This week I'm joined by Philip Skinner of Shaw Walker Lees Accountants. You know, they're probably one of the most important things when it comes to making certain that your business is going to get it right. Many businesses, they all kick off, they go down the route, but without a qualified accountant looking after, well, the money side of your business, you can truly get yourself into a bit of a pickle.
Mostly with small businesses, particularly when they've set up a limited company. Now obviously there are various reasons why you might trade to a limited company or not, and we look at each individual case. But we have a number of people come to us, they've started up a limited company and they've read that it's quite a good thing to do, and someone said, oh, you know, a friend down the pub has said you want a limited company, so they form a limited company. Perhaps they do it themselves, they can do it online, it's very cheap these days. And then the worst thing they can do is they treat the limited company money as their own, frowned upon by the revenue. All right, there are ways around it. For example, providing you can repay the loan within 9 months of the accounting year end, that's when the corporation tax is due, then you needn't pay the tax on the loan. So for example, supposing you borrowed £20,000 from your company and your year end has just ended the 31st of March, you've got to repay that loan by the end of December. You know, you're dealing with HM Revenue and Customs, that's your corporation tax for a company, or income tax if you're self-employed. You've got, as you say, VAT returns, you may employ staff, you've got payroll. So, and then if you've got staff, you've got human resources, you know, you've got a whole multitude of things. So we can actually talk clients through the processes, contracts of employment. Lots of small businesses don't have proper contracts of employment. I think first of all, I want to look at what your business is. I want to know how much research you've done. Very, very important that. I want to know if you want to see a business plan. We're quite critical about business plans. If you're looking to raise any money, then we can probably help you there. But obviously we're not going to let you loose at a bank if the business plan isn't right. More businesses fail at the start than succeed. So getting the right advice at the beginning is important. As I said, we don't charge for initial advice, but I think getting the basics right. For example, we need to know the type of medium. You need to know, should you be a sole trader? Should you operate through a company? Perhaps a partnership? You know, these are fundamental issues. And each one of those has different tax implications. So very early on in the meeting, the initial discussion, we get drill down to what the business is about, how you're going to sell your business, and I want to look at your budget and your cash flow. See a lot of business plans that are terrible. I see a few that are very good. The ones that are very good, they can always be improved upon. The key thing is not make it too long. Really get the nuts and bolts right. The executive summary, very, very important. There are lots of people who are in business as partners and they don't have any agreement really, it's a handshake. But if they fall out, then you have to rely on the Partnership Act of 1890. Now, I mean, basically everything is split 50-50. But it's so important when you're setting up a partnership that we help clients in there, particularly in professional practices like architects, surveyors and people like that, because inevitably someone is probably going to put in more money than the other. You've got to set up the business bank account. Both partners have got to sign.
Take it away.
Okay, well, I think you've heard quite a lot from me, and I hope you've got a taste of the sort of issues that we get asked lots of times, and I suspect I may have answered some of the questions for you. I hope I have. But the key thing is, do talk to your accountant. Make sure they give you a clear explanation. Don't be afraid to ask. You know, that's what we're here for. But if you feel that you're not really getting the advice that you think you should be getting, perhaps from what you've heard today, just contact us. We're always very amenable, willing to talk to people. There's no initial charge, as we said earlier, just a consultation, come and have a chat, you know, in our boardroom, and we can just see how we can help you, if at all. But I'm sure there's something we can do for you. We have a wide range of services. Tax planning, as I said earlier, I think that's one of the key things. Nobody likes paying tax. We can help you reduce your tax. Corporate finance, there's a whole thing, VAT, we spoke about. There are lots of traps for the unwary, but just don't get it wrong. That's the key. Talk to us and we'll help you.